back as I can remember, my older sister was nicknamed Piglet and I was nicknamed Pooh. I don't remember a time without a personal connection to these beloved childhood characters. While written for a young audience, the friendship between Piglet and Pooh truly provides an example for us all. In preparing this toast, I was drawn to the simple yet insightful wisdom found in their conversations. Rather than pretend I personally have any useful advice for the newlyweds, I thought Piglet and Pooh could do a much better job. Colleen and Ben, as you begin this exciting, perhaps at times stormy, but always worth it journey of marriage, hear their words and tuck them into your hearts to ponder on a blessed day. A little consideration, a little thought for others makes all the difference. In other words, being kind in the small things goes a long way. Weeds are flowers too, once you get to know them. In other words, there is value in everything. Look for it. The things that make me different are the things that make me. In other words, celebrate each other, the strange, wonderful, inspiring parts of Colleen and Ben that make you different yet stronger as a team. Don't underestimate the value of doing nothing, of just going along, listening to all the things you can't hear and not bothering. In other words, rest is essential. Encourage this practice in each other. Sometimes the smallest things take the most room in your heart. In other words, dwelling on the small negatives can blind you from the big positives, while dwelling on the small positives can keep your perspective in the right place despite big negatives. Love is taking a few steps backwards, maybe even more, to give way to the happiness of the person you love. In other words, compromise. You can't stay in your corner of the forest waiting for others to come to you. You have to go to them sometimes. In other words, get out of your comfort zone. If the person you are talking to doesn't appear to be listening, be patient. It may simply be that he has a piece of small fluff in his ear. In other words, understand that God is continually showing each of you ways to be more like Christ. Supposing a tree fell down, Pooh, when we were underneath it, Piglet asked. Supposing it didn't, said Pooh after careful thought. Piglet was comforted by this. In other words, don't add trouble and worry where it doesn't even exist. Colleen, you're the first pal I ever had. There at the beginning, and now here we are. You are worth more than any amount of treasure in this world. You are valued more than any possession. You have the spark of passion, natural talent, and uninhibited curiosity to change the world. As you turn the page from being Colleen Lawrence to Colleen Adams, Pooh's words express perfectly what we all feel. How lucky I am to have something that makes saying goodbye so hard. The childhood chapter is closed, we have to say goodbye to it. But we know that we are blessed with something real and rare, with memories and stories to prove it. We don't say goodbye to Colleen, but we welcome this new chapter with excitement and open arms. Ben, I have watched you care for my sister in thoughtful, sacrificial ways. You have made a commitment not only to her, but to all of us in the Lawrence clan to make our family a priority. We are honored and thrilled that you chose on purpose to join us. I've loved you as a brother for a long time, and making it official today fills my heart with so much happiness. My prayer is through the happy, tough, challenging, frustrating, and joyful times, the two of you will hold on to this commitment of love that you have made today, looking to the Lord for strength. I love you forever. Let's raise a glass to Colleen and Ben. Cheers.
I don't think they can come.
Do it. Benjamin, do it.
All right, this time I'd like to invite Thomas.
Follow-up. So I'm going to follow my one mentor, Michael Scott, once said, sometimes I start a sentence and I'm not sure where it's going, I just hope I find it along the way. I do the same way with this speech. So me and Ben met at Malone my freshman year. He was a sophomore. Lived across from the hall to each other. We hung out all the time. It's just spiraled from there. It's, the way men communicates now, a whole lot of lovey-dovey, touchy feelings, a lot of grunts and memes. You know, you just send back and forth, but me and Ben, we've always been real with each other. We've always been straight. I mean, you've got a great man, and he's a great man of God. So we Me and Ben, it's been 4 years ago to actually this weekend that we decided to undergo a trip to Colorado in one weekend. I drove to Michigan. We left his house at 11 p.m. on Wednesday night. Drove to the border, slept in a rest stop. He woke up 4 hours later. I kept sleeping. We drove the 20 miles, 20 hours out, turned around and came back on Monday morning. Ben did most of the driving while I slept. He's a better friend than I am. I would have kicked my butt out in Nebraska. But Ben, I've been so thankful for our friendship, and he's been such a great friend in my life. Tommy, you look lovely, and he's got a great wife. And I couldn't be happier for you guys. I've seen you guys through your entire relationship, and yeah, you've had your ups and downs, but you guys are coming out on top, and it only goes up from here. So, raise a glass to me as we toast. Newlyweds. Cheers.
Cheers.
I love that.
I'm disappointed Maroon 5 didn't show up.